What if I told you that the amazing digital circus has been hiding a major character revelation in plain sight? Episode 5 dropped some serious hints about Jax's mysterious past, and there's compelling evidence that points to a connection we've all been overlooking. The clues have been there all along, but you might have missed the subtle details that reveal everything about Jax's former friend and what it means for the future of the series. In Episode 5, we witness something we rarely see: Jax being genuinely affected by someone's words. When Ragatha delivers that cutting line about him not having friends anymore, there's a real sting to it. This isn't just typical circus banter. It's a direct reference to someone from Jax's past who clearly meant something to him. The phrasing is crucial here. Ragatha says he doesn't have friends anymore, which explicitly tells us there was someone before, someone who mattered. And given the nature of the digital circus, the most logical explanation is that this person abstracted, leaving Jax alone. Now here's where things get interesting. During the intermission sequence, we're presented with what appears to be a random montage, but nothing in this show is truly random. Jax runs past 3 specific doors, and each one tells a story. First, there's Kofmo's door, a recent abstraction that everyone witnessed. Then we see a mannequin's door, which I'll address later. But the third door? That's where things get fascinating. We see a frog character that's completely new to us, yet the scene lingers on this door specifically when Jax stops. This isn't just visual filler. The deliberate focus on this particular door, combined with Jax's pause, suggests a personal connection. When you consider the context of the friend discussion earlier in the episode, the implication becomes clear. Some might argue that Kofmo could be the friend Ragatha referenced. After all, we know Jax had access to Kofmo's room and even borrowed items from him. There was clearly some level of familiarity there. However, Jax's reaction to Kofmo's funeral in Episode 2 tells a different story. He seemed more annoyed than grief-stricken, treating the ceremony as an inconvenience rather than mourning a close friend. Compare that to his visible discomfort when the topic of his past friendships comes up in Episode 5. The emotional weight is completely different. Here's where the theory gets really compelling. During those intermission flashes, there's a blink and you'll miss it detail. Pomni is posed exactly like a frog. This seems random until you dig into the show's development history. Originally, Pomni wasn't designed as a jester at all. Gooseworks initially conceived her character as a frog in a striped outfit. While this design was eventually scrapped in favor of the jester we know today, the connection remains significant. The show is drawing a deliberate parallel between Pomni and this mysterious frog character. It's not coincidence, it's intentional storytelling. What makes this theory even more compelling is how it aligns with Pomni and Jax's evolving relationship. Episode 5 shows us a softer side of their dynamic, with Pomni becoming more receptive to Jax despite his usual antics. If the frog character was indeed Jax's former friend, then Pomni might be stepping into a similar role. She could be the key to Jax's character development, potentially helping him become a better person, or at least a less antagonistic one. This would explain why the show keeps drawing connections between Pomni and frogs, and why their relationship seems to be heading in a more positive direction. The intermission scene also hints at what's coming next. The inclusion of the mannequin door alongside Kofmo's and the frogs suggests that all 3 elements will play important roles in future episodes. Given the ominous ending of Episode 5 with those unsettling mannequins, we can expect them to become a major threat. But now we also know that Jax's past might be crucial to understanding how the characters will face whatever's coming. Speaking of what's coming, we know Episode 6 is supposed to be Jax-focused, with strong hints that we'll finally uncover his long-teased dark secret. The creators have confirmed that this episode will delve deeper into Jax's backstory, and recent behind-the-scenes artwork reveals him in a noticeably deteriorated state, sick, pale, and almost haunted. This imagery is more than just visual storytelling. it directly mirrors what we saw happen to Pomni and Gummigoo after their time in the NPC zone. The similarities are too striking to ignore, suggesting that Jax may have experienced something equally traumatic in that forbidden area. It's possible he encountered something, or someone, that changed him forever. Considering everything we've explored about the abstracted frog character, the timing of this episode is no coincidence. Episode 6 could be the moment when past and present collide. If Jax truly lost someone he cared about, someone who abstracted or disappeared under mysterious circumstances, we might finally get the emotional payoff the show has been building toward. There's a high chance we'll see flashbacks, hallucinations, or even glitches that shed light on what really happened. And if the NPC zone plays a role again, it may serve as the place where those buried memories come back to haunt him. Whether the frog character was abstracted there or Jax did something he regrets, this episode promises to explore not just his secret, but his guilt. The amazing digital circus continues to prove just how rich and layered its storytelling really is, and this theory about Jax's mysterious frog friend is a perfect showcase of that. From small background details to discarded character designs and the subtle shifts in dialogue, the show is constantly inviting us to look deeper. It's not just about what's happening on the surface, it's about what's hidden between the lines. By connecting Pomni's original frog-like concept, her increasingly complex dynamic with Jax, and the eerie focus on that one specific door in the intermission sequence, the clues begin to align in a way that feels far too intentional to ignore. It's as if the show has been whispering this backstory to us the whole time. We just had to be paying attention. Whether this theory ends up being confirmed or not, one thing is certain. Jax's past isn't just important, it's a crucial piece of the digital circus puzzle. His emotional reactions, the symbolic visuals, and the recurring frog motif all point toward a deeper emotional arc that the show is only beginning to explore. And with episode 6 on the horizon, everything seems to be building toward a long-awaited reveal. If you've enjoyed diving into these details and decoding the hidden layers with me, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next breakdown or theory. There's so much more left to uncover in this bizarre, brilliant world. Thanks for watching, and as always, piece by piece.